Mesdames et messieurs, je vous présente le Joker Folie à deux. Hi everybody and welcome to yet another video. Oh my dear friends, I'm back with a reaction to the trailer, well really it is a full trailer of Joker 2, Folie à deux. Now before we get to the matter of hand, I'd like to thank all of the people that pre-ordered my latest book, my latest highly satirical poetry collection. People have started to send me pictures of the copies that arrived. They are signed copies for those who have pre-ordered, and I hope you enjoy it. It's very, very, very entertaining. For the rest of my Czech and Slovakian subscribers, you can just go to your favorite bookshop and they will most likely have it. Now, let us get into it right now. So, as far as Harley Quinn goes and the Joker, these two characters, I said in the past that they have been overused lately. Now, for the last 5 to 10 years, most of what you could have seen from, the DC Comics output has mostly been Batman. And with that is, of course, and obviously connected to the Joker and Harley Quinn, who have become probably the most famous, the most popular, the most well-known, even among the general audience, villains out there. Now, they have transformed them into really anti-heroes, or not really so much villains, which, of course, has happened to many villains in the recent past, such as with the character of Thanos was kind of a villain in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, less so than in the comic books. His motives were, of course, a little bit different. He fell in love with the death itself, or herself, in the comic books. But specifically then, of course, Venom, for example, they made him into an anti-hero, really. And but let us stay on point right here. So, also, as far as at least my own persona goes, I have been going through a very serious case of superhero and supervillain fatigue. I haven't been able to enjoy anything American superhero, anything American supervillain comic book related at all. However, this looks very good. Now, I do love the character of Harley Quinn, because I grew up watching Batman the Animated Series in the 90s, so I was actually first exposed to the original first version of Harley Quinn as she was conceived by Bruce Timm and Paul Dini in Batman the Animated Series for the first time, and then she, of course, found her way into the comic books and other media as well. Recently, again, we have been witnesses of kind of a reshifting of the direction of the character. The first, in the original version of the Batman the Animated Series, of course, she was a henchman / girlfriend of the Joker. Pure villains. She had her moments, then, of course, of being kind of an anti-heroish character, not so much of a villain, but that's just, an episode here and there, usually connected with Poison Ivy. Very recently, in the comic books and the TV show, the new animated Harley Quinn TV show, they made them into lesbians, but that's just what they do today. It's crazy, and I don't watch these things anyway. But the relationship between Harley Quinn and the Joker was extremely abusive. Now, she was, of course, highly dependent on the Joker. She was crazily mad in love. After all, one of the episodes, and then the comic book adaptation of that said episode, was called Batman Mad Love. Once again, by Paul Dini and Bruce Timm. And so, he was abusing her extremely, but, she just couldn't leave him at all. And recently, in the last 10 years, I think, they made her into more of an independent, woman. Of course, once again, that's what they do today. And there was even a comic book series, which was quite good at the beginning, by Amanda Conner and Jimmy Palmiotti over at DC Comics. That was kind of enjoyable for the first 2 trades, I would say. And then, of course, it all revolved and all went into the direction of Margot Robbie becoming like just, like the Harley Quinn character, not really needing the Joker, and the Joker kind of disappeared from the scene, and they were kind of separated. And then they made the Joker, the new film with Joaquin Phoenix. And I have to say that after a long time, after a very, very long time, this particular Joker character, or film really, was something fresh. Something that we had not seen before, something that I enjoyed thoroughly. Now, if you've seen it, just let me know in the comments down below what you think. If not, I do recommend it. It is something that you didn't expect from a Joker film. And Joaquin Phoenix is a masterful actor, and he portrayed the Joker just brilliantly. Very much different from all the previous versions of the Joker, which I think is very clever, because you never really want to compare yourself to Jack Nicholson or to Heath Ledger or even to Mark Hamill, which is my favorite Joker, once again, the animated one. Only a voice, but, Now, the story of Harley Quinn and the Joker went that he was locked up in the Arkham Asylum, and she was like a psychiatrist intern there, and they fell in love with each other. And it was a very touching romantic story between two people that, it was very unlikely that they would fall in love with each other. And it seems that in this, I will not play the trailer, of course, not even bits and pieces, because people have been reporting on YouTube that they have been getting strikes even for showing like 2 seconds of a trailer, commenting upon it, which would be fair use, or should be fair use. And I'm not going to bother myself with any appeals or any bloody fights or arguments with the YouTube. It appears that they changed the story a little bit, and they didn't make her a psychiatrist, but from what I can understand from the trailer, they made her another inmate, which is a bit more realistic, is a bit more swallowable for the wide audience, for the non-comic book fans. The 2 inmates fall in love with each other, very much, and then, they escape and wreak havoc in Gotham City. And I do like that, and I especially like the fact that they chose these 2 actors, which really do fit the characters. Now, Joaquin Phoenix, in this movie, he isn't a good-looking fella. He isn't like, a model. No. Otherwise, when he puts on a little bit of weight, when he doesn't look like a skeleton, when he doesn't look like he hadn't slept for 5 years, he's a good-looking man. But here, he looks like, the Joker. And I do think that Lady Gaga, visually, is a better choice for Harley Quinn than Margot Robbie. Margot Robbie is too Barbie of a character. Even before she played Barbie, she was more of a Barbie than Harley Quinn. And even though she portrayed Harley Quinn well, I do visually like the choice of Lady Gaga much better. They're going to make it into a semi-musical, which I'm very much interested in. I'm not too much into musicals. I do love Rocky Horror Picture Show, though. And I'm very much interested in, because it looks as if they are approaching the entire thing from a very much niche and artistic point of view. It is, what I can understand from the trailer, going to be this sort of beautiful combination of an action movie, supervillain movie, / this artistic style film / musical, and I'm very much interested in that, because I'm always talking about, all right then, you can talk about the same things, you can present to me the same things. After all, nothing is really new. All the stories have already been told, and we are only retelling them. What matters is how you tell them, and to find good ways, new ways, original ways to present them to the audience. Not to the modern audience, not make them stupid in the process. Keep them good, but try to find original, creative way to present the stories. And I think that this is, from what I can see, this is what I am talking about. So, well, of course, I'll be able to prove my guesses when I see the film, which I'm going to in the cinema. So then, of course, I'm going to make a review about that. Look at her. Look at her. I love that. It is, once again, it's a comic book character being presented in a more or less realistic way in a comic book movie, quote unquote. So I do like that very much indeed. It looks. I like strange niche artistic films, like, Lynchian films. I do. I don't think this is going to be Lynchian, but you know what I mean. Oh, look at that! Look at that scene! Look at that! He moves and. It looks as if he was smiling, and there's the lipstick on the glass, and he smiles, and it just looks so good, man. So after a long time, I'm actually excited to see something comic book related, American comic book related. I'm not even really excited about the new Deadpool Wolverine film, which should be hitting cinemas soon as of making of this video. The superhero fatigue has hit me hard. But this is something I'm looking forward to. This is something I will check out. This is something that I will review. Right then. So let me know in the comments down below what you think. That'll be all. Thank you very much for watching in the muddy air.